ain't tripping if you saw me. Hey, you playing games like a top rate. Woo, bring it back, I think you lost me. She throw it back and get a wallet. I'm on track like a trolley. I'm only living off sorry. I'm only living off of sorry. Woo, I will pay you out to the function. And you get into loving. And you been sipping on that something. So you be all up in your feelings when I'm chilling. It's a given, see you going at the boy. Or maybe I'm just tripping, just a little paranoid. Maybe I've been flipping, this is far from unemployed. I know I talk
We'll be back with more from that interview, but first, let's check out this week's 98s.
The 2K Sports pregame show. Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Washington Wizards. Looking at the Wizards, it must be pointed out that a win here would give them the 6th.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner.
Welcome, everyone, to No Steve, we have a great matchup in the backcourt in this one. What are some of the toughest aspects of defending against guards who can light it up?
The toughest thing is, Kevin, when you have a guard that has it going from behind the line, and he's a guy that drives the basketball. So you're planning for the drive, but he is starting to light you up from behind the line. So you're really in no man's land. You get up on him, he's going around you, then he's knocking down the three. That's when you start yelling, help, help.
And now Washington starting group. Morris and Gortat together down low. The deadly duo of Wall and Beal are in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the three. Off the left rim and out. Beasley against Porter. Beasley kicks to Lowry. Passes it to Smart. Fades. And no good that time. Now Washington takes it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
They really dominated them on both sides of the ball. We'll see if they have their number again this year.
Shot clock at 2. Wall. And that one comes up a bit short.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
And it's in there.
This is why you like to get him touches. He makes things happen.
Lowry kicks to Gasol. Beasley the screen. Here's Nance. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
Superb pick there that allowed his teammates to get open and get a clean look at the basket.
Outside, Wall. Pass to Beal. From outside the arc, that's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Feeds it to Beasley. Spurs passing it around. Three-pointer, Lowry, and again it's San Antonio with a 3.
If Lowry gets his feet set under him on a catch and shoot like that, the odds are it'll go in.
There's a screen by Gortat. Outside, Wall. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league. One of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
Now, here's Lowry. He's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State. Here's Beasley. Washington with the rebound. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, and some nights, you know, the starters carry the load, and then there's others when it's about the bench. That night, the bench won out.
Sometimes when you go to your second unit, sometimes the offense can bog down. Not that night.
Now, here is Morris. Michael Beasley missing his last shot. And yes, it's good.
Attacking on the interior, I like that attitude.
Lowry against Wall. Beasley left side. The teardrop falls in. Beasley's got his first basket.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Morris with the screen for Wall. To the paint. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Gasol.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Smart kicks to Lowry. Over in the corner, Gasol. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Gasol's got himself on the board with 3 there.
What a look from Lowry. Just knew he would be open.
And our Hall of Famer David Aldridge had a chance to speak with Scott Brooks. David?
Well, Kevin, I asked him what the strategy was offensively, and he said, look, we want to avoid having to take so many outside shots. They want to exploit what he described as a mismatch inside. He said, we have the talent down low to make things very difficult on those guys, and we're going to use it. Evan?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Lowry against Wall. To the inside. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. Here are the top shooters from deep this month. These guys have been raining down threes lately. Bogdanovich is number 1, and of course Bradley Beal.
I mean, the shooting range of these two guys has probably been the most impressive. There's not a spot on the floor they can't hit from.
Here's Porter, and he's on the money with his first shot today. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Out to Nance. To the wing on the left. Outside Lowry. The feed now to Beasley. 6 to shoot. Here's Smart. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Outside, Wall. He feeds it to Beal. Outside, Porter puts up a 3. Rebound, San Antonio. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Now here's Smart. He's covered by Beal. And Nance kicks to Lowry. Gasol is screen on Wall. Down low, in the corner, Smart with it. Shoots over Beal. Offensive rebound.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Wizards trail by 6. Morris with the screen for Wall. He kicks it to Gortat. Outside, Porter. Pass to Morris. 9 feet out. Count it. Good. Morris has got his 2nd basket of the night. Spurs leading by 4. Gasol a screen. Smart kicks to Gasol. There's the pick. The dish to Lowry. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And that's now 9 points for Kyle Lowry.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Shot from 12, and Washington again with the bucket.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
I love it. Really, both teams running plays that fit the personnel, going back and forth.
Now, here's Gasol. Last game he had 13. Porter against Beasley. Outside Porter. He dishes it to Wall. Morris a screen. Oh, Morris in position. Hands against Porter. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Now it's just a 3-point Spurs lead. And Greg Popovich, also the head coach of the U.S. national men's basketball team, a former military man himself, and of course, guys, very passionate about his country.
You're totally right, Kevin. He's been outspoken, but his actions speak even louder. Doing a lot of charity work in San Antonio for disadvantaged youth. He cares, his players know it, and it's a part of what makes him a great man.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Hill kicks to Lopez.